In this video we will be charring an old oak wine barrel. The barrel was purchased 10 years ago and was used to age red table wine. And now it needs to be prepared for making cognac. The barrel is a bit worn out. There used to be a tap here, but I replaced it with a cognac cork so that there would be no oxidation in the wine. The hoops are made of stainless steel, so the barrel will last forever. To char the inside of the barrel, you will need a gas torch, a blunt chisel and a hammer. This barrel was purchased from the company Buckchar. It's a very good barrel and I ordered it with a medium char. Let's take it apart and see what kind of charring is inside. First of all, you need to knock off the hoops, the first, second and third. We don't remove the last one because the barrel might fall apart. Place the barrel on a flat surface and start tapping around the perimeter of the hoop with the blunt chisel. The bottom hoop we leave in place and only knock off this one. Now, using a chisel, not the sharpest one, carefully separate all the remaining staves. Now the lid is removed. As we can see, a good residue from the red wine remains. Now we'll wash it off and try to char the inside of the barrel well. In order to prevent the staves from warping during charring, you need to secure the barrel again with the hoops before charring. Wash it out from the inside. Using a wire brush, we remove the wine stone from the walls in order to properly char the wood. After removing the wine stone, you need to place the barrel in a not too warm place so that it dries out a little very gradually and does not crack. And now a day has passed and the barrel can be charred. It has dried out inside. The main thing is not to delay because it can dry out too much, so you need to char it as soon as possible. It's best to use a gas burner for charring because if you use a gasoline one, the smell of gasoline might remain, which is undesirable. There are 6 levels of internal charring for an oak barrel. I will be preparing it for cognac, so I will char it to the 4th level, almost black but not charred through. Let me remind you that all the hoops must be in place so that it doesn't come apart and so you can easily reassemble it later. When charring, the main thing is not to damage the crow's groove, because this is where the lid will go. If it burns, we won't be able to fit the lid here. After charring the barrel walls, I'll take a metal brush and clean the walls of wine stone. Now it comes off much more easily. This cleaning helped to thoroughly and completely remove the wine stone from the walls. A significant amount of it had built up. This is the level of charring I ended up with This is certainly more than enough to make high quality cognac. The smell of the barrel is very similar to the scent inside a beehive after it's been charred. It's a mixed aroma of vanilla and honey. After charring the barrel, it needs to be thoroughly rinsed with running water. And now we can start assembling it. Now we can see exactly what kind of water will come out of the barrel. The water is very black, and that's why the moonshine we make will also be just as dark. It needs to be soaked. Here is the charred barrel after it has been washed. And there is absolutely no winestone residue in it. Now we can start assembling it. Using a blunt chisel and a hammer, you need to knock off the hoops, except for the bottom end one. We place the barrel on a flat surface so that the planks do not shift, and begin to knock them down. Put the bottom in place. Make sure this hole is exactly opposite the filling hole. And tighten it with a hoop. Make sure that the bung protrusion fits into the bung groove. Gradually and gently tap the hoop, taking your time until the lid is securely and firmly in place, making sure it is properly secured. And now the bundle hoop is in its place. Now put the end hoop back in its place. Make sure all the staves are aligned in the same direction. And tap it well with a hammer. And now the end hoop is in its place. And we put on the last bundle hoop. Now it's necessary to finally seal all the gaps that remain between the boards. For this, I once again use that same beeswax. Turn the heat gun to the first setting and start rubbing the wax into the seams. It's also important to apply wax to the ends of the staves, because wine or cognac can seep through them along the wood's capillaries. And now the barrel is impregnated with wax. Let's pour water into it and leave it to soak for about 2 to 3 weeks, so that there won't be any smell of burnt wood. Now we need to check its tightness and see if there are any leaks anywhere. Everything is completely dry everywhere. There are absolutely no leaks at the very bottom of the structure.